All right, everybody, we are live. Welcome, everybody, to the championship race of the Bender Designs UMP Modifieds. We are on week 12 and the final week of our season. Where else would we be but here at Eldora? We got 30 laps out here today. Beautiful sunny track out here virtually. The race controls ready. The cars are ready. Times are set. Out of our championship four drivers, our pole sitter is going to be James Murphy with a 15.99. Colton Zimmer is going to be about a tenth of a second behind him. Landon Rogers, about a quarter of a second behind Colton. And Ty Williams, another 3/10 of a second behind him. Charles New, the third, will be our only non-playoff driver participating tonight. And he is sitting about 4/10 of a second away from our leader. As we are getting ready for the first heat and our only heat tonight, it is going to be an 8-lap heat race as always as we get ready to get lined up with our leaders. James Murphy in that 65 modified is going to be the one to bring it around once we get going to green flag racing. Wow, that is a terrible, terrible car angle. I apologize about that. That is awful. Um, Sitting here in second place, let's get over to the number 20 car of Colton Zimmer. Sitting in that third place spot is going to be the number 2 car of Landon Rogers. Sitting in that outside second row position of fourth place is going to be the 01 machine of Ty Williams. And last but not least, your fourth place finisher yesterday in Detroit's Auto Detailing 360 Sprints, that is going to be Charles New the third. As we get ready to get lined up and have these cars go out there to go racing. Who do you guys think is going to win tonight? I apologize, my voice is real raspy and real low. Being out in the weather, I'm starting to lose it, unfortunately. Who do you guys think is going to win? My pick's going to be Zimmer. I think Zimmer's going to get it done. But you really can't count out Ty Williams or James Murphy. Both of those guys have really fast cars. As we get ready to get brought back around on our pace car, we should be sitting 2 laps to green as he comes, or 1 lap to green as we come around. While we wait for the cars to come out on the track, just to go over a couple sponsors we have. Of course, the series presenting sponsor, Bender Designs. If anybody needs any graphical help, any kind of iRacing decals, album design work, anything virtually that you need made, go ahead and get a hold of Max Bender. He is the CEO of Bender Designs. Helps a lot with what we do in the iRacing and the third-party gaming organization as well, so we definitely appreciate him. Be sure to give him a tag in the Discord or go ahead and shoot him a comment, and he'll be able to get you taken care of as well. Alright, it looks like race control is finally bringing them around and getting ready to go into turn 3 as James Murphy in that 65 modified is going to be the one to lead them around. My overlay is telling me 1 to green. I believe Pace Truck's going to dip into the inside in the pit row. Yes, it is. 2 by 2 by 1. James Murphy leads them around and we're green flag racing. James Murphy's got a whole front stretch to work with. Top and bottom's both clear. He's going to choose the bottom line. Landon Rogers is going right behind him, trying to see if he can make some quick work. But Colton Zimmer's no slouch himself. Takes second comfortably as we got 3 wide racing going on for third just behind him. Ty Williams a whole third on that outside spot. Landon Rogers in fourth. And Charles New to third and fifth. Let's take a closer look at this battle we got going on back here. As you can see, you got Landon Rogers trying to make that low side work as Ty Williams is kind of working that mid to low line, doing whatever he can to try to keep speed. As you can see, every driver is fighting for position right now. You got our top championship 4 drivers, James Murphy, Colton Zimmer, Landon Rogers, and Ty Williams, all sitting in them top 4 positions. So every pass counts right now. That's going to mean a position in your season championship and a few extra dollars in your pocket. So these guys have a lot to race for. On top of this battle we got going on for third, check out the battle we got going on for first right now as James Murphy's trying to hold off Colton Zimmer in that 20 machine as he brings it around on the inside line. James Murphy's trying to make the middle work right now. It's still working as they're halfway through the first heat.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And that is going to be our first yellow of the night. Landon Rogers looks like he is going to be the recipient of that. Let's go ahead and take a further look at what happened here. Looks like Landon Rogers and Ty Williams ended up getting together right in front of Ty Williams, ended up getting the Landon Rogers car upset, and that's what ended up getting him into the wall. So we'll see how race control decides to score this incident, and we will go ahead and get back to racing. I'm going to look back one more time, get a full lap's perspective, get a slightly different angle. Yeah, when he got into his car got upset, bobbled, went straight to the wall, unfortunately. So, lucky for him, everybody gets one faster pair. You're able to get the backup car out, get into the pits, get that taken care of, and you should be good to go. As we get caught back up with our leaders, we're sitting here at about the halfway point of the first heat of the Bender Designs UMP Modifieds. James Murphy is going to be your first place position. Colton Zimmer's still sitting in second as of right now. Ty Williams was able to advance to third out of that. Charles New to third is sitting in fourth. And Landon Rogers, as the recipient of that accident, is going to be sitting in fifth. DC, so I happen to be UD by chance. Just kind of curious, if not. See your message about Darksiders as a sponsor. Definitely unofficially, you guys are always a sponsor, partnered, and welcome in anything we do. I know we still got to work out an official thing, but we definitely support anything Darksiders and any of those artists have in general. If you ever need a DJ, artist, a mix made, an album bought, or any kind of music to go with anything you like in general, go ahead and hit those guys up as well. Sorry I can't talk today. My voice is fucking destroyed. Holy crap, it is pretty much gone. So I apologize that I sound like a monotone professor sitting through a lecture, but we're going to get through this together. As we are waiting on the last car to come out of pit lane right now, James Murphy is still sitting in your first place position. Colton Zimmer still is holding off second. Ty Williams is going to be that third place position, just like he was in sprint cars yesterday. Landon Rogers, it looks like, is sitting in fourth place. And I believe that is Charles New to third, getting caught up right now. And we're going to get ready and get back going to racing. I believe this time by will be 1 to green. There is that 1 to green call on the overlay over on the track map on the right. James Murphy is going to lead him around. With us being less than 5 to go, it is going to register us to single file. So James Murphy is going to bring them back around. Let's go ahead and get our spotter mix right now so we can see what's going on. Let's go ahead. Let's change it up. Let's get our third-party gaming chopper cam up here and watch James Murphy take him through 4 and take him onto the front stretch. And there he goes. Green flag racing. You got James Murphy and Colton Zimmer. As you can see with our third-party gaming chopper, you got Landon Rogers in that white modified trying to see what he can do. But 3 laps to go. Getting ready to be 2 laps to go after this corner. James is doing what he can to put it away. You know what this view can tell us, though? Colton Zimmer is gaining inch by inch. It looks like a couple feet in each turn. If he could set this up right, we're going to have a very good battle at the end. I think we're going to leave it with this angle all the way for the rest of the heat races. We're 2 laps to go. White flag this time by James Murphy takes him to the white, going in the 1 and 2. Colton Zimmer's right behind him. He's trying to build as much speed as he can. He's going to go low. Do you think he's going to send it or is he going to wait? I think he's going to wait and make his move in about 29 laps of this coming feature. James Murphy's your Heat 1 winner. Colton Zimmer will be your second place finisher. Ty Williams in third. Charles New the third and fourth. And Landon Rogers will be your fifth place finisher. Alright, feature time is here. Championship 4 drivers James Murphy, Colton Zimmer, Ty Williams, and Landon Rogers will be the field for the Championship 4. Non-playoff drivers participating here. We got our 4th place starter, Charles New to 3rd. As we wait to get brought out to 1 to green, James Murphy. Excuse me. I apologize about that. James Murphy's going to be the one to lead him out onto the field tonight. Who do you guys think is going to get this coveted win? Who is going to be the first ever Bender Designs UMP Modifieds Season 1 champion? Has a nice little ring to it. Probably could say it a little faster and it sound a little better. But we'll go ahead and see where everybody's going to finish and how everybody's going to position themselves. Put on a great show for you guys this evening as we have 30 laps tonight. And as you can see, we are getting positioned for the invert. It looks like based off that invert, I believe it was an invert of 2. So we are going to have Ty Williams and Landon Rogers up in the front tonight. For anybody wondering how we do our invert system, we have a wheel that will do a spin live on Discord. It has numbers ranging from 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and F for full. And we will decide how many cars we will invert during the warm-up. We do it after the heats and during the warm-up, so that way if people see we're doing a full invert, they can't just put themselves in the back. So we try to take care of all little stuff like that as well. But you know what that means? You're going to have the 01 car of Ty Williams leading this field around for lap 1 of this feature for the Bender Designs UMP Modified Championship. Who's going to get it? Let's find out. We got 30 laps, and Ty brings them around the green flag.
Green flag.
As you can see, pretty good racing from start to finish across the board so far as Ty Williams is going to lead them around. Oh, we got Colton Zimmer. He's going to end up getting spun around, and that's going to be your first one. That's going to be the first yellow of the day. Let's go ahead and take a closer look and see if we can find out what happened there. See if I can make my camera a little bigger. There we go. Let's go ahead and take a look from here and see what we see. So depending on how you want to look at that, it does look like Landon Rogers and Colton Zimmer are the 2 cars that end up getting into each other. Like I said, everybody kind of make a decision on what you think happened. Landon probably definitely did come down, but you know, we'll see how race control decides to score that, and we will get caught back up and get back going. As we sit though, like I said, our leader, Ty Williams in the 01 machine and that slider die modified sitting in first. Depending how second ends up rolling around, I believe that's going to be Landon Rogers in second place. James Murphy's going to be sitting in third. Charles New to third and fourth, and Colton Zimmer sitting in fifth as of right now. And it looks like we are 1-2 green this time by as we are sitting here waiting. Ty Williams in that 01 car is going to be the one to bring him around with Landon Rogers sitting in the outside pole. James Murphy's going to be sitting second row inside with Charles New to third sitting in fourth place in that red modified. And Colton Zimmer, the recipient of that last caution, is going to be sitting on the tail, and he's got a bone to prove. He's got a bone to pick with Landon Rogers. Is he going to be able to catch up? Let's see it. Ty Williams leads him around. And the one thing you're going to notice about these modifieds, there's not a lot of give or not a lot of spread between all of these cars. We're talking maybe a couple tenths at most. Landon Rogers and Ty Williams are going to be battling for the lead, and guess who's going to catch up? The 3 cars behind him. James Murphy's already in the scene. Charles New to third's doing what he can to get involved, and here comes Colton Zimmer as well. We got a 3-wide battle for first. Crossover thrown by Landon Rogers. Is he going to lead? I believe he did not lead the lap. Or Landon did lead the lap. Ty's going to possibly get around him right now. I don't know if he'll be able to. James Murphy's fighting on the outside, doing everything he can. And here comes Colton Zimmer throwing a slider for fourth. We got multiple modifieds getting into each other. Are they able to hold it? They are. Landon's going into the wall, and I believe that is going to be our second caution of the night. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what happened there. Looks like you had Ty Williams, Landon Rogers, and James Murphy all get into each other, and Landon ended up being the worst recipient of it. Go ahead, Far Chase sometimes tells more of the story. So let's look at this from Landon Rogers' view and take a look at him going from backstretch into the turn. Oh, sorry, I was trying to fix a couple audio things there. Oh, it looks like we are sitting here remaining on pace laps as race control either makes their call or we wait for cars to get fully repaired out of pit lane. From what it sits right now, it looks like Colton Zimmer is going to be your leader. Charles New III is sitting in second place, with James Murphy sitting second row inside. Landon Rogers, it looks like, is going to be the fourth place car, and Ty Williams is going to be rounding out the rear. As the pace truck comes around and he is leading them to green, Colton Zimmer is going to bring him around the front stretch this time, and here we go.
Green, green, green.
James Murphy's going to do what he can to make a run. He's trying to make that inside line work. Cooter, Charles New III is trying to do what he can to make the outside work. And during all this, Colton Zimmer is starting to run away with this. Very good lap on his part. He's already put up about a half second, 4/10 of a second on James Murphy. But we are only 7 of 30 laps in. There's a lot that can happen. Got about 23 laps to go, so we'll sit here, kick back, and see what we can see. As you can see, James Murphy in that 65 modified is not letting up. Him and Colton Zimmer, those two modifieds up toward the front. The looks like they're both black modifieds. Actually, you can barely see them on the track. They are doing everything they can to pretty much battle as hard as they can for the front, keep it clean, and keep Cooter in their rearview mirror. They're not wanting to see him or Landon Rogers get any closer as Landon Rogers makes a pass on Cooter right there for third place with that slider. Cooter's going to fight back. Landon's going to cross over, and I think Landon's going to clear right there. As you can see, this fight we got going on for first, James Murphy and Colton Zimmer will go ahead and go to our TV1 broadcast program. Take a look at a couple different angles here. As you can see, anywhere Colton is, James is going right behind him. I think he's going to be setting him up for a last lap pass here toward the end, trying to see what he can make work as we got about 18 laps to go. Man, I tell you what, it's good racing you got right there. James Murphy going in for the slider in turn one. Colton Zimmer crosses him back over, and Colton's going to try to take position there. He goes high. James Murphy's back corner is into the wall, comes down. They're 2x2. Colton leads the lap, but James is throwing the slider. That means Colton's coming around for the crossover. We're sitting here getting ready to go halfway this time. Let's hop in the third-party gaming chopper and get a good look at this as they're going to throw crossovers every lap. There is a lot of speed here. They touch, minor bumping. Rubbin is racing around here, though, as James Murphy is able to get around and get caught on the high side. Unfortunately, Colton Zimmer still has a line. And that's pretty much what I think you're probably going to watch for the next 14, 15 laps. Is crossover on slider on crossover on slider. It looks like Colton Zimmer gets a little bit slow on the exit of 4 every lap, and James Murphy's able to make that ground back from where he loses right here in 2. Ooh, James Murphy goes in real deep for the slider. Colton Zimmer's forced to have to go under him. Colton still leads that lap. And I think unless we see a caution, Landon Rogers is sitting about 1.3, 1.4 seconds back. As you can see him, the white modified on your screen coming out of 4. James Murphy's sitting about a tire behind Colton Zimmer, though. This is your championship battle with 12 to go. And you talk about two drivers that have been fighting all season. I believe both of these drivers going into the regular or playoffs had 4 wins apiece. Both of them pretty much have dominated the UMPs from start to finish, but something's got to give. Someone's got to win and someone's got to lose. And who is that going to be? We got 10 to go this time by. And I tell you what, I'm not going to rule out Landon Rogers just yet because the thing I'm noticing while these two are fighting, Landon's only about 1.1 seconds back now. If he can keep making up about a tenth and a half to a tenth each lap, I think you're going to see that white modified of Landon Rogers make an appearance. It's going to be Colton Zimmer leading him around this time by, coming out of turn 4 in that 20 machine, and the number 65 of James Murphy's coming right behind him. I don't know if Landon's going to be a factor if they keep running how they are now, not throwing crossovers and sliders every lap. I think it's just going to be a two-man show as we'll go ahead and take another look. Take a look at a chase view of James Murphy and kind of see what he's dealing with. He's got his hands full. He's got dirt in his face coming from Zimmer. He's doing everything he can to try to get around that number 20 modified, but I don't know if it's going to be enough as we got 7 to go this time by. We'll take you into the cockpit for James Murphy and his modified, kind of show you what you can see. Like I said, his hands are full. He is constantly oversteering this thing to try to keep it under control, put as much power down as he can onto the track to try to get around this number 20 car, and it's taking everything he's got as he sends it down low with 5 to go this time by. As you can see, though, everything he does, Colton's just a little bit faster. We'll take a look at the cockpit of Colton Zimmer here. He has got this modified on a rail. It is going anywhere he wants it to go, and he's able to put power down very efficiently as well. 4 to go this time by. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to beat him, but if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be James Murphy in that 65 modified. 3 laps to go this time by. And you got to be thinking about it. You got to know it's coming. 1 lap to go. You know somebody's going to make a championship winning move. The question is James going to be the one to throw it? Is Colton going to be the one to defend it? Or are we going to have something we're not even predicting come up? 2 laps to go right now as we get ready to bring them down the white flag. If you're going to do a move, you're setting them up now. You're trying to think, what are you going to do? And you got to get enough speed to set it up. Colton's trying to take that high line to eliminate any chance of that as white flag comes out of the Bender Designs UMP Modified Championship at Eldora. That is a lot of space there. I don't think James is going to be able to make it up. I don't think we're going to see a move. We are not. Colton Zimmer is your Bender Designs UMP Modified Champion. James Murphy will be your second place finisher. Looks like I believe that was Landon Rogers in third, and Ty Williams in fourth. I will confirm that right now. No, Ty Williams in third, and Landon Rogers in fourth. Let's go ahead and take a look back at that one for everybody. Oh my gosh, what a good one. So what happened here? I didn't think there was a chance. Hard race and bumper to bumper. Ty Williams ends up getting the position for third place. Landon Rogers in fourth. Let's go ahead and get caught back up. We'll give everybody about 60 seconds, and we're going to get interviews with all top four drivers.
Hi. Justin.
All right, everybody, we are back with the conclusion here of the Bender Designs UMP Modifieds Championship race here at Eldora. I have all four of our championship driver, final four drivers here as well. We're going to start with our fourth place finisher, Landon Rogers. First off, Landon, I want to congratulate you on a heck of a season. For your rookie season here, I mean, fourth place is not a bad way to go. How would you rate your performance here as a whole this season?
It was decent. I had a rough start, and we picked up a little bit of speed by the end of it, but other than that, it was a decent year.
Yeah, you looked really good as well, and it's one of those things, you said it best. You really picked it up toward the end of the year. We're really excited and hope to see you in our next Invitational League for UMPs as well, starting in February. You got any sponsors or anybody you want to thank though for the season?
Yes, sir. LMR wraps, Red Devil Truck Wash, and that's about it.
Perfect. And that is going to be Landon Rogers, everybody, your fourth place finisher for the UMP Modifieds. And then from there, we'll go ahead and hop up to our podium, starting with third place, Ty Williams. Ty, this is the exact same spot you were in yesterday, but you're in a much different mood. How was your race tonight?
Oh, it was fun, man. Like I enjoyed myself in this one, that's for sure. Not really been good at these cars a whole lot. This season kind of shocked me, and kind of feel bad getting into landing early on in the feature, and I felt terrible, so I kind of pulled down there and was hinting it was me, but worked our way back up there, and me and Landon were trying to give a show for everybody for that finish for this third spot, that's for sure.
And you guys definitely gave us something to look at, that's for sure. I was waiting to see something on the first and second happen, but I think just because of the way the track ended up, we didn't see any last lap moves other than you two at the very end. Got any sponsors or anybody you want to thank though for the season?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Slider Die Sim Sports, everyone over there. Bender Designs for making this car, just so you guys know it is for sale. And 3PG for this whole ordeal and kind of being a great league. that's about it.
Perfect. And we appreciate the kind words there. And if anybody needs a modified, hit up Ty Williams. He got third place here. It's probably virtually just as good everywhere else as well. But that'll be Ty Williams, your third place finisher. And then moving up to our top two, we'll start out with you, James. James, I'm not going to lie to you. You were my pick. I thought you were going to get it done. What happened those last couple laps where you just everything not able to kind of work how you wanted it? Were the cars just too even? What were you thinking those last 5 laps?
Yeah, I hit the wall a couple of times and he got a little bit out there, and we just so even. It wasn't no catching him. I felt like I had a better line, but it just wasn't fast enough to keep up to him.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching it, and I think it was about 5 or 6 laps to go. I thought you were just perfectly timing it and waiting, just letting you both go perfectly in line. And like you said, I think you hit the wall, bobbled somewhere, and just that 10th is enough to separate a championship, unfortunately. Other than that, you're another one of our rookie drivers who've never been with us that had an incredible season, to say the least. You got any sponsors or anybody you want to thank?
Thank y'all for putting other stuff on. Everybody with Leave Outlaws. AJ Hunsinger made the wrap for me for this car, and Talking Dirt.
Perfect, and we appreciate you as well, and we hope to see you back as well for next season of the Bender Designs UMP Modifieds. I don't know if he'll technically be the house sponsor, but it'll either be us or 3PG, one of the two, but we'll be running those in a 10-week season in February. I'll have more details for everybody on that as well, but that is going to be your second place finisher, James Murphy, everybody. And finally, for our champion, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be either you or James, but Colton Zimmer, probably our debatable rookie of the year. What a season, top to bottom. Pretty much as soon as you joined 3PG, you started cleaning house. Confidence levels got to be on a pretty much all-time high, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I started the year off like good enough, but I was a little slow because I wasn't really running the most up-to-date setups. So once I got to the playoffs, I knew I had to kind of, especially when I was in that must-win situation, I knew I had to kind of dial in. So I started updating the setups, and I feel like my speed just went up a lot in the playoffs. So I'm feeling good, but we still have to try and win another one tomorrow.
I mean, that's just proof that setups can really make something happen, but it's definitely not just setups. You got to be a good driver as well, and as many wins as you were able to put together, just let alone in the last 6 weeks, prove that one. You got any sponsors or anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I just like thank Majula C Speed Shops, Sweet Victory Apparel, Victory Seats, C High Performance, TAC 3 Defense, just everyone who helps out over at the Majula C Speed Shop camp.
And they definitely got things rolling for you there. I tell you what, we're happy you're able to get the championship. We hope to see you back next season, and just like you said, you got another one to go for tomorrow, and an even bigger one than this one. How you feeling going into tomorrow?
I'm feeling good, but I feel like no hate to the UMP guys, but I feel like the Pro Late Models have more competition spread out, so I feel like it's definitely going to be harder, but I feel like we can still do something.
I, not to insult anyone, but the one thing I'll say about the pro late models, I feel like how I said maybe first and second, then second to third, it's like each a tenth here, a tenth there. I think first through fourth is probably about a tenth, if that. So I agree with you there. It's going to be very stiff racing. Anything else before I let you go?
No, just thank y'all for putting on the league. I'm glad we were able to still get the win. That first lap, my computer decided to start dropping all the frames, and that wasn't good, but we were able to recover.
Well, you definitely got a little money in your pocket to yell at your internet provider to fix their stuff. Other than that, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the first championship here with us at Third Party Gaming and being our inaugural UMP Modified Champion. And that's going to be Colton Zimmer, everybody. Alright, everybody, that is it. We are done. That is the conclusion of the Bender Designs UNP Modifieds season here at Third Party Gaming. Our championship race here at Eldora is finished as follows. Champion winner Colton Zimmer. Second place finisher James Murphy. Third place, Ty Williams. And fourth will be Landon Rogers. Non-playoff drivers finishing in the field will be Charles New to third and fifth place. What do we have left? The third-party gaming pro late model hustlers are back. 10 p.m. Eastern, bringing it back for the championship 4. We got Colton Zimmer bringing it back again. James Murphy trying to see what he can do, get some revenge and get it done in the late models. Jaden Friedberg is another car you got to watch out for as well. And another car we haven't talked about, Cole Basso. Cole Basso was your winner last week in the Lernerville, and he has all the momentum going in the next week. So who's going to be able to take him down? We got $900 in payouts as well going on tomorrow as well. I can't wait to see everybody there. Who do you think's going to win? My personal guess right now, James Murphy or Jaden Friedberg. I think one of them two are going to get it done, but we'll have to see. Colton Zimmer is